Hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing interview with a guest that has been through the whole program. And we're going to get into the beautiful story that this goddess has. But first, I just want to tell you a little bit about Rythmia. If you've never been here before, you've never heard about it, and this is the first time you're tuning in, it's the most incredible healing transformation retreat on the planet. And like I say all the time, I have traveled the world, and I used to be a travel writer, and I would write about the best high-end retreats in the world. And I have yet to find somewhere like this place. And I'm not just saying it because I'm biased and I'm here, but it took a lot for me to give up my life. I had a big house, flash cars, like businesses, great partner in Western Australia. And I gave all that up to live here and help people heal, because there's just something magic that happens here. And even Taita Juanito said that this place will eventually be a holy land because of the amount of energy that's coming here, and because it is a portal. And so this is why we get all these aliens and spirit beings and light workers coming down, because this specific location was told by the moon to Gerry to buy and have this specific ground because of the location in the moon, stars, different realms and everything. So it's not only just a beautiful facility, it is destined to be in this specific spot. And I just find that so magical and magnificent. And you can really feel it. People really talk about when they come here and they get, like, literally come through the gates, there's just this different energy. And what we offer here is just so incredible. It's lots of different courses. Michael Beckwith's The Answer Is You course. I do talks. Gerry does his amazing story on Monday. We have the closing group. We have so much to offer, from yoga to meditation to just tribe and vibe and community that we build here and that you help to co-create. And just everything that encompasses healing. Lots of breath work, lots of plant medicine. If you've never heard of plant medicine, specifically ayahuasca, and we use rapé, which is a shamanic snuff, which opens the pineal, decalcifies the pineal, and allows you to be more of an open vessel. Also clears out all your areas that build up bacteria and stuff. I've not had a cold or flu ever since doing it. But with the ayahuasca, it just goes in and shows you where the root cause of your issues are. If you're going through anything and you're not sure, and I mean, you can go to Western medicine, which treats symptoms, which is great. But for me specifically, going to the cause is very necessary, because otherwise you're going to be treating symptoms forever and then never really get into why. And then it's just going to keep resurfacing until you find out why. And I found out why I got cancer. I found out why I was abusing myself. I found out why I was in abusive relationships. And then it allowed me to not let that be part of my future anymore. I'm not scared of getting any cancers, even though I had radiation and my chances of leukemia are apparently 70%. I don't subscribe to that anymore, because I know the root cause and I know I've healed it. So this plant medicine is just next level shit. And if you've not tried it, seriously, think about it. Do your research, hear the calling, feel that inner yearning for more, and call us. Call us here and book in, and I promise you, you will not regret it. And more research that you can do. Mrs. Moon's Medicine, free on YouTube. The Reality of Truth, free on YouTube. We've got Thrive 2 coming out with Kimberly and Foster Gamble, which is in 2019. I'm in it. I'm so excited. And we've got The Medicine, which is all about the Colombian tribe, coming out on Netflix and Gaia. There's just so much information. And you can read Shit the Moon Said, which is Gerry's book, and it's also on an audio version. There's just lots of information that you can take in and make up your own mind and really listen to the calling. And this lady listened to the calling. We have Agnes, beautiful Agnes, originally from Poland, lives in LA, and is a ballroom dancer. How fantastic. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Candice.
Let's get into it, honey.
Right, I'm excited.
So, first question.
Yes.
Where were you at in your life that made you think, I need something more? What was going on?
You know what? I feel like I've always was looking for something more in life, and I always love to learn and love to discover what's in my heart and what's my purpose and just to understand what's going on and how to manifest things, because I do believe we come here and we are so we definitely deserve to have the most beautiful life. And of course, the reality sometimes is so different. And I always felt torn, how is that possible? But yet I had that belief in my heart. So, a lot of things happened which actually got me here. It was very significant because it was my 35th birthday on January 30th. So thinking about that, I was I want to do something really, really special for myself, But it wasn't an amazing exotic trip or anything like that. I wanted to do something from my heart. And it just happened that, I heard about this place, and I've been, to be honest, very intrigued with plant medicine. And that came to me through a lot of different ways. It started with a dramatic experience in a way. Back in June, I lost somebody very dear to my heart, and it was very sudden. It was unexpected, and I thought he was the person for me in my lifetime. So it was very hard. And then we start to question everything. It's why did it happen? What's the meaning? How can I just keep on living, and what should I do? So I heard about the plant, and I had my first experience, and it was just, I feel it saved me.
Is this your first experience here?
No, this is my second one. I had a little taste of it. I won't say where. I had a little taste, and it was just incredible. It took me probably months to process it. I got a lot of different answers. It was a scary experience. It was definitely scary. It was a journey I've never been on, and nothing would prepare me for it. And then I felt okay, this is enough. I felt okay, I got it. I feel better. I got some understanding out of it. But then as the time went on, I started to feel you know what? There's more. There's
always
to learn,
more.
right? There's always more. And then again, it just happened. I heard about this place, and I actually was scared to do it.
Why?
Because I heard this is 4 ceremonies, it's the whole week, and I'm am I going to be able to actually do it? But then again, my soul called me to do it, and it was just okay, I'm booking this trip no matter what. I just trust.
It's a knowing, isn't it? It's you just know. Because I say, I thought I was going to die. I watched some scary shit on YouTube and just horror stories, and I didn't know anything about the reality of truth or anything back then, because this was years and years and years ago. And I seriously thought I was going to die, and took photos of my family and everything. But even that thought, that notion, didn't stop me going. It was still this pull, but I need it. I'm trying to kill myself anyway. I'm not happy. I need something. And then it was just the start of something so magical.
And I think a little advice is, because there was so much about plant medicine on the internet, and I started to look at it before I did the first time, and just don't listen to it, because everybody's experience is different.
Everybody's is different.
Exactly. And I'm I just don't want to get influenced by that. So I would probably recommend, it's nice to read a little bit about it, because it gives us sense of I can kind of navigate.
But don't get too lost in it. I got lost in it, and I still went for it, but I had all this unnecessary fear that was other people's fear, and it wasn't even mine. And when I got there, it was the most beautiful experiences ever.
Absolutely. And I feel it's very much in life too. You hear different perceptions,
other people's opinions.
Yes, and then you get lost because you don't really experience it yourself. The experience for other people,
it's not your own.
It's not your own. And it can never be as good.
No. And this medicine is the perfect script by a divine energy for you and you only. There's no two journeys or no two ways of healing on this the same, because we are so different. And she knows how much trauma we've had, how many past lives we've had, different things to make up who we are in this incarnation. She knows exactly what we need to get through that. And nobody else's journey is ever going to be the same. So glad you listened to the call. And you've had a magnificent week, so let's get into it.
Okay.
So
Yes.
Sunday, breath work. Have you ever done breath work before?
You know what? I have to say, probably not.
Yeah.
And I've done it here and there. I'm a big fan of yoga.
Yeah.
And of course, the breath is so significant in yoga.
Yeah.
But I would probably say I haven't done it because I've never experienced breath
Right.
like I did in that very class.
Powerful.
So powerful. It almost made me feel like I've been neglecting my breath my whole life.
Me too. It's like it's
Yes.
free and we're actually not breathing properly.
We do it every second of our life, but yet I never realized it.
No,
You know?
and it's so powerful. It literally connects you and opens you up,
Yes.
and it's so healing. It's so alkalizing to the system, and we're made up of
Mhm.
72,000 energy channels. So we're
Yeah.
unblocking those to prevent things,
Yes.
to unblock pains and emotional baggages. It's super powerful, and I didn't realize how
Mhm.
powerful until I got here,
Yes.
because I'd never done it before I got here, and it was just like, whoa.
Because it seems so simple. It's
Yeah.
just breathing. We do it all the time. So almost my head was like, what
Yeah.
can be to
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, I'll lie for an hour and I breathe. But
Yeah.
I would never have expected.
It's very beautiful.
What's
Did you see
behind it?
anything your first time, or were you just more physical?
Physical.
Yeah.
I definitely had physical. I felt my body was like vibrating. So it was a really nice sensation of like lightness.
Oh.
And I definitely had a little bit of like a vision where there was something releasing. It was definitely emotional, something releasing in my stomach.
Mm.
And then I got that wave of like feeling peaceful,
Yeah.
you know? And that was just incredible.
Priceless.
Priceless.
Incredible.
Priceless, yes.
So Monday,
Monday.
we have Gerry's talk.
Yes.
Hilariously funny.
Yes.
And so good at easing people
Jerry,
in.
you know what? I could listen to him every day. It's like, it was so entertaining.
Yeah.
And I just like loved it. And he was just so honest.
He's just so authentic.
It was
Yeah.
like the best entertainment. I was like, I can sit here for hours and just
Yeah.
listen to Jerry.
And he really does ease people in, because some people come here and they don't even know what plant medicine is.
Yes.
And then after Gerry's talk, they're signed up, they're ready to go.
Yes, because he just makes it so fun. He
Yeah.
takes the pressure
Yeah,
off. You know?
exactly.
Yes.
No, he's really good. Best boss ever.
I can see that.
So John Perkins is here I think he's just left.
yes.
But such an incredible man, just so beautiful, sharing his shamanism wisdom and shape-shifting wisdom, and just so much to offer. And you went to his
Yes,
workshop.
I went to his workshop.
Tell us about that.
It was beautiful. You know, I love workshops and I love like hearing people's story, and you always learn so much. And what's interesting, you always find a piece of you in their story. So it's almost like it helps to connect.
Yeah.
So John was wonderful. What a beautiful like human being, and I loved that transition he made from a businessman, really successful businessman, to a shaman. You know, a representation of like the spirituality, and that was powerful because I think not everybody.
And how he was saying that plant medicine saved his life.
That was incredible stories. It was just such a strong calling for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and to be in the jungle and to be really knocking on death's door, and then to be asked, do you want to live?
Yes.
And he said yes, and then that was it. And shamans and everyone, and he got totally healed and powerful. You know, when someone's speaking from experience and truth, and it really does shine through in their character. And he's just a magnificent man. So if you haven't checked out John Perkins, seriously do. He's incredible, and we want him to come back here a lot, because he just brought such a beautiful energy with him, and everyone was raving about him all week. And he done a Q&A on Wednesday as well. He just really gave a lot, and he's just a beautiful man. So Monday night ceremony with the Anka and Mary Lou. How was that?
Wow, it was a journey.
Yeah.
It was definitely a journey. It was beautiful. My first night, I had a lot of visions, you know, and I love anything which is visual.
Me too.
So it's just like, oh my goodness, like the best entertainment ever. So a lot of visions. There was a little bit of a turmoil. Things were happening. I think I was like being pulled in all different directions, and I was a little bit aware of like, okay, there's like almost 60 people here, and it's like, what is going on? What am I doing?
It's like a lot of energy going.
Yes, if this is really for real. And I was like, am I really gonna get something out of it? So just a lot of questions.
Yeah.
A lot of questions. But what's beautiful about the plant is just it removes all of it. It just takes you on a journey.
Yeah.
It's just like you say yes to it, and then
as soon as you surrender and trust and just let her do her
I would
magic.
say probably from perspective of the whole week, I would say yes. And probably the first night, not really. I was holding on.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is like holding on to my ego and
Yeah.
my plan and what I think it is.
Yeah.
So there was a little of
And
that.
she comes in and just like smacks all your like ego and plans out the
Yes.
window and gets back to the simple truth of what you really need to do.
Exactly.
Which is, it can hurt and it can feel like you got this attachment and you want to like keep hold of it.
Yeah.
But then when you realize that she's speaking from pure truth and pure unconditional love for you, it just lets that ego die in that moment.
And the simplicity is such a good point, because it's true. There's so much. I thought there were so many pieces to life and this and that, and it's like it all falling away, and it's just you left with that pureness.
Exactly, and just so simple. Because our mind's always confusing everything and adding this in and someone else's opinion and everything, and she just comes and just wipes all that away, and it literally just gets back to the truth of who you are and what your real mission is, that inner child's little mission. And it's so beautiful.
That feels better than anything.
It's priceless.
It's hard to like explain it in words. It's something you really have to experience, but it's worth anything you have to go through to get there.
Yeah.
Even that week, which is not easy. It's like I would do it 100 times over to get there.
That's what I mean. It's not easy. It's not your typical vacation, but do you want another 20, 30 years of feeling that heaviness and that confusion?
Exactly.
It's literally like 20, 30 years of therapy in 1 week.
Oh, yes.
It really, really is. And it's like, I say all the time, you pay a lot of money to shit and puke here, but what you get is priceless. You can't put a price on or even compare the healing that you get. It's worth its weight in gold, and it's just, it is just next level healing. And I don't know any other way of healing in this manner. I don't know any perfect script that is written by the universe for you through a plant. It's just, other people can wing it. Western medicine can wing it. You can go to a doctor's for 10 minutes and get a script, and they can tell you what's on the top of their head that they think that your symptoms are. Rah, rah, rah. But this is the divine intelligence coming down and like knowing exactly what you need, and it's not the way you think it will be. Expectations need to just be left at the door. She knows exactly how you need it, how, when, why, and what to do. And that is what I love about it. It's like you just can't put a price on the kind of healing that you get here. It's powerful. So Monday night was very visual, very healing.
Yes, visual,
beautiful.
Yes.
So Tuesday, did you go to The Answer Is You?
Yes, I went to Answer Is You. Beautiful program.
Yeah.
Like I really liked it. I got so much out of it. I found myself like writing like crazy with so many notes, because I'm hearing it, but I don't want to forget it.
Yeah.
So it was
lots of wisdom. And just so much power in the teachings.
Yes.
It's kind of like it. But when you're hearing it, you're like, oh, I know that.
Exactly.
It's like this whole place is just teaching us to unlearn conditioned states and just to remember who we truly are. This is not our first rodeo. We've been here before.
And you hear the same thing so many times. Like I'm a big fan of like motivational speakers and like self-improvement. I've been to tons of different seminars, and it's like I always have that feeling. Okay, I want to keep going. It's like every time you might hear kind of similar content, but it gets to you differently. It changes you.
And you can hear the same talk over and over again and get something different. I find that because I go to all the talks multiple times, and I constantly get something new out of everybody speaking. It's just really powerful. So Tuesday night, Brad's ceremony. Love a bit of Brad's brew.
Okay, yes, I'm taking a deep breath right now, because it was trip to hell.
Okay, perfect.
It really was trip to hell, in a sense of that I faced my fears. I faced my fears, and I wasn't quite aware of what they were really, so I saw it. And there was a time where I thought, this is never going to end. It feels so trapped, and it's just exactly the representation of how I feel in my life, how I felt before in my life. And I always pushed it down, because I always believed to be positive, to be happy, to be grateful. So I pushed it really down, because I felt like this is not the right way to feel. But it was there. We have to feel everything. Yes. That's the thing. Like every single emotion that we feel, if they weren't necessary, they would have evolved out. So we need them. We need to lock ourselves in our room and beat a pillow up sometimes. We need to scream. We need to feel anger. We need to let it out, because otherwise it does get repressed and it does stay in us until you have to come and purge it out some way. It's coming out one day. Yeah, and I have to admit big part of the journey was that I fought so wrong to be in this place. I felt like I'm being trapped. My whole life outside felt like illusion. Like it was almost like that I don't have it. I lost it. It just gotten taken away. So there was like that anxiety I don't think I've ever felt in my life. And I felt like I'll never get out, you know? And I was like, looking back at it, it was a symbol of all the things I wanted to manifest in my life, but I couldn't. So that's what it was. So it's hard again to experience, you know, put it in
I know
words,
exactly what you mean.
because it's very personal, right?
And the medicine, she magnifies everything that you're feeling in the outside world is magnified here. So if you're next to someone that's annoying you, or if you you're feeling irritated by a song, it's literally magnifying like traits in you that you have to work on here. So it's just so beautiful how it all works out so perfectly. And yet it is very hard to explain a journey because so much happens. All we can do is kind of just give a summary of a roundabout way that we're feeling about it.
Exactly. So that night actually ended up beautiful. Like each night, I have to say, the journey was whatever it was, but at the end, I always felt like I got another level of peace and love. And I think self-love, it has been something which was coming to me like every minute of the week.
So you got a big heart here.
I really did. And you know, I would always read about self-love, and I thought that I loved myself, but it was just what I experienced this week, the level of like love for myself and like ultimately everybody. It was just like,
either you can't.
You just
it's like just walking away with that. That's the ultimate goal, because like life is a game and the end prize is love, and ultimately unconditional love for yourself. So if you can come to a place like this and achieve self-love, that ripples out into your world, because then you love you, which means that other people will love you the same way you love you, and they will know your worth because you know your worth. Otherwise, we're just attracting people that are at the level that we are at in ourselves, which is constantly
the
what happens.
mirror to ourselves.
Totally. So it's like, come and heal and really love yourself so that you can receive the love that you truly deserve in life. It's
the most beautiful feeling.
And we have to go through hell and back to get there.
And you know what? I will be so excited to go through hell again to get there. It's just like, At
the time, it's like, fuck, what did I sign up for? What am I doing?
Every night, I was like telling myself in the journey, Agnes, remember, don't drink the medicine the next day. You just don't do it. It's so awful.
We get it all the time. We're like, I'm not drinking. The medicine told me not to drink. And we're like, I think that might be your ego.
There you go.
And then we just know. We just know that like there's never been one person that I've not talked into going to the ceremony that has not come and hugged me the next day and thanked me. Because it was just their protective personality trying to protect them from seeing who they've become, from feeling the growing pains, from all that. But on the other side, if you just push through, it's like feel the fear and do it anyway. Face your fears. And on the other side of that is the true light and love that you deserve. But it's not easy to get.
I've got a whole nother appreciation and meaning for that saying, like, you know, face your fear. You have to do what you're afraid of. It's definitely like it just resonates with me so much now, and I know that on the other side it's like everything you wished for.
It's funny, isn't it? Because we go to all these self-help talks and personal development, and we hear these things, and we say them, but to truly get the meaning and the experience behind it, that's when it's like, because now I when I say like motivational like quotes or anything, I'm always saying things from experience that I have truly felt now, as opposed to just rattling off a few like, you know, words that might make you feel good in the moment. It's like I have depth behind it now, because I really have gone to hell and died a few times on the medicine, and really I know how it feels to feel the pain, and I know that you have to go through it. That's why when people are like, I went to hell, I'm like, perfect.
I know, right?
And it's not because I'm like mocking you or anything. It's like, fuck yeah, you have to go through hell, because then you appreciate it, and it makes you really love life and appreciate the trauma, appreciate the bad times, because they made you who you are, but they don't define you. It's like you have a whole different world within you that is just being sparked in remembrance by this medicine and just coming out. So Tuesday was fantastic.
Tuesday was amazing.
So Wednesday, how was
Wednesday.
Wednesday for you? We got Sarah's ladies' night.
Yes, Wednesday was really beautiful.
It's like being in a womb.
Yes, it was really beautiful. It was actually my birthday.
Oh.
And you know what? The journey again, there was so much was going on. I can't even say exactly because a lot of it I don't remember.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just,
there's a lot that happened.
So I can't really tell you what exactly happened, but I remember what I remember.
Yeah.
And it's when I went through this whole process and I didn't experience the actual pain of experience of death. I just, when I got strong enough to like sit up, I had that knowing that I did die.
Oh.
So the medicine spared me the pain, I guess, of actually experiencing it. Or maybe I did and I don't remember.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Well, you might have been knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. But it was so significant because, and I will never forget that for the rest of my life because I wanted to like get up a few times, but I was so weak, you know. It just medicine, like it makes you, the whole process, it makes you weak. So I was just sitting there and I saw in front of me, I saw the fire outdoors, and I had such a strong desire to like go to the fire. I wanted to get outside and then sit at the fire. And I'm like, I just want to go there, but how do I get there? Like I physically can't. And one of the people who were helping with the ceremony, he actually saw me like like being lost, and he came to me and said, like, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm feeling good, but I want to go to the fire and I can't. And he said, do you want me to help you get to the fire? And you know, that is, it's just words, but it's so meaningful because I think in my life I always had a hard time with like accepting help, asking for help, and I always felt like, okay, I have to like be in charge of everything. I have to do it on my own. I don't want to bother any other people. So, and that because it was the rebirth, I felt so different. I felt, yes, I want you to help me.
How beautiful.
And it felt like so amazing, such a simple thing. Yeah. It turned into the most beautiful thing
especially
ever.
like being reborn, you know, you're learning to walk.
Yes.
And so like as a brand new baby, you know, we need help.
We need help.
Yes.
And it's you know, and I felt like he was so happy to help me.
Yeah. We love what we do.
It goes both ways. I feel like my heart is pounding right now. And I think of that experience, yes.
See, it's so simple, but like so profound, because now it will open you up to just ask for help. There's no weakness in it. There's more strength in that, especially when you know that there's beautiful souls out there that will be more than happy to help. Like for me, I live to help. All I want to do is just help everyone. And so it feeds me when I help people. So it's like, if somebody asked me for help, it would, for me, it just fills me with so much joy. And that's what everybody that works here is like. We all have this urge to help, or we wouldn't be here. Like absolutely. This is a job where you're really on form all the time helping. And so knowing that there are people like that out there is just such a safe haven for allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to seek help from if it feels intuitively right. Because you know there are other people that aren't receptive. So it's like you just feel intuitive about it, and then it's just like a two-way thing. It is. It's like
I really felt I got and I gave same thing. It was just a beautiful experience. Yes.
Rebirth and birthday and like everything happening all at this. Oh,
yeah, so exciting.
You can't make this shit up.
No, sometimes you can't. You know, you can't. And that's kind of one thing I realized. You know, sometimes we have dreams and we want certain things to happen. But you know what can can't like a little bit. It's just it can be so much more beautiful that we can ever like.
Life is so magical if we choose to see it that way.
Yeah.
If we're in a closed mind and we're just like life's so dismal, and then you focus on the bad and the evil, and you focus on that, then that's your reality. You're going to feel that. But if you focus on the good and the beautiful people and how amazing life is, it's like, you're having a down day, but you're breathing and you've got a roof over your head, or if you haven't, you know, there's options. There's nature. Go build a shack in the middle of the forest. Yeah. You know, it's like there's so many things and possibilities if we open our eyes and choose to see it like that.
Absolutely.
I always change my mind in the moment. If I find myself spiraling into a negative loop, I'm just like, what else could it mean? It could mean so many other positive things. So give yourself options as opposed to narrow-minded this means the world is over. It could mean my life is just beginning.
Yeah.
And it's like just to change your mind and unfuck yourself, get out of your own way.
And then, I would always hear about change your mind, and I did so much work about that, and I think I got really good at it. But I think like a way to go about it, it's not really. I think some work on your mind, yes, it's great. But what the experience here and the plant medicine gives you is just a whole nother level. It's like it will change your mind for you. You don't have to do the work, because sometimes people put so much energy into like changing their mind, and it's great.
And you also, in that, you're following other people's ideas of how to change your mind. Whereas this medicine is coming in and she's defragging your whole system, because we come in as computer systems with viruses. Drink the medicine, she defrags us. It all gets confusing in the moment, but then she rewires us back to our true motherboard. So she's rebuilding your neurological pathways and allowing you to go in and just see the magic unfolding and see everything that's coming is going. And when you're seeing scary shit and there's fear in that, it's just leaving. And then she's allowing the rewiring to go back together. So it is not like reading a book or going to a self-help seminar and trying. I must unfuck my mind. It's not that. It's just like drink the medicine, lay down, see the movie that unfolds, and allow her to just help you.
Be the witness.
Be the observer, be the witness, and then integrate and do the homework, because 50% is here, but then we've got to show the universe and the divine creator that we mean it. We want this. And so it's more just like living in our truth, having our thoughts, our speech, our actions in alignment, practicing something daily. And it's not like constantly thinking, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's just having like a higher awareness of what's going on, and then noticing the changes and integrating it and implementing it.
Thank you for that. I really needed that, because it's what I've experienced many times, but sometimes you slip and you forget. But that's
we think that we have to control everything.
It's
like let go. It's just like the universal flow will go through you if you are just in surrender and receptive mode. And if you know that your thoughts, your speech, your actions are in alignment and true integrity, and you're not thinking one thing, saying another, acting another, but everything is true, that's when the universal flow literally just flows through, and it's effortless.
It is.
It's so effortless. We don't even have to like make it such a big deal.
So funny, I was always like, I wrote this saying once as a dancer, dance to the music of your heart. But I think like this week I really got the meaning of it. My brain gets it. And my soul got it.
That's what I mean. We say things, but we have to really experience it internally for it to become more than just words, because no words have any meaning apart from the meaning we give them. But true experience, and to experience that specific like quote for you is your way, your interpretation, but now it's like really resonating in your heart.
Absolutely.
You're amazing. So Wednesday, epic,
absolutely epic.
Thursday.
Oh wow.
So Thursday morning we had my talk. Did you get much out of that?
Oh, so much. Like every time I loved your classes, and every time I heard you speak, it was just like so beautiful.
I love talking.
But you know what? It's like everything you said, I thought you were talking to me, and it's exactly what I needed to hear. And it's just like everything about you, it's just like resonated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Thursday talk is one of my favorites, because we check in where everyone's at, and we want people to be feeling mad, sick, hungry, angry, confused. Because a lot of people are like, well, I thought I was coming here to heal, and I'm fucking angry. And it's like, good. You're meant to be, because you're meant to be in this weakened state, so the medicine can come in and weave her magic. You don't want to be in fight or flight, because then you've got this block, this barrier. So like, I like doing the Thursday talk, because it just makes people be a bit calm, be okay with where you're at, because what's coming is going. If you're feeling irritated and you're feeling angry, it's because she's healing that. And then we go into the 14-day protocol of what next to do, because we don't want you to leave here with like confused. It's like, well, what do I do with all this now? And then I give next steps of how to integrate this beautiful medicine energy into a beautiful world that you are going to co-create.
And that's gold, because I feel like a lot of times when you have different experiences, right, out of your environment, it's like it's wonderful, but like it's like you ask yourself a question, okay, but how's it going to be when I go back?
And a lot of people have that fear.
Yes, it is a fear, and I've experienced that many times. Going from like an amazing seminar, being on a cloud nine, coming back, and slowly it was like, you always learn lessons. There were always changes, but the majority kind of went back to what my reality was before.
And this is why this medicine is different, because it's you making a soul contract. And you're creating neuroplasticity.
And I feel it this way.
It's totally different. I've like walked on hot coal with Anthony Robbins, and I've traveled the world and worked with the most amazing thought leaders, and I wouldn't take any of it back. But it subsided. I was like walking on coal, feeling like on top of the world. It lasted maybe 72 hours, and then just the motivation just started going again. Whereas this medicine is literally rewiring your neurological pathways. You are speaking to your soul. You are making a soul contract to let that little boy, that little girl inside know that you're not going to lie to them again. You're not going to hurt them again. And they are going to keep you accountable. And universe will keep you accountable. You'll start seeing little signs. You'll see angel numbers. You'll meet people that you know were just sent to you. And there's just little lessons that just start happening now that this whole magical world unfolds. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. There's no forgetting or unlearning this medicine. We can get dusty, and we can, like, the ego can kind of like creep back to a bit of an unhealthy position, but then you just come back.
Yes.
You come back and drink more, or just keep doing the inner work, keep meditating.
Yeah, everything what you said, it's like I feel that inside. I know that experience is so different than
anything different
else. And it's like you can't lose it.
No,
because it's like you have it in you. Nothing can take it away from you. Like you say, we might need
a little bit of dusting or a little bit more meditation,
and
that's
just
okay,
because that's just wonderful to keep doing that. But it's there forever.
Yeah, it truly is, and that's what I love about this medicine, is that it sticks. It's the reason why it sticks. Mm-hmm. And you can always come back, and you can always go deeper, and you can always do more. And that's the beauty of it. It's like if you connect every day to your higher self and are true to yourself and check in with yourself, it just keeps the vibration, the frequency high. If you keep your food frequency high, vibrant foods, alive foods.
Yes.
Get rid of toxic people from your life. Don't watch the news. Don't buy into the fear agenda that's out there. All these things you can do to keep yourself aligned and centered, and keep this frequency of the medicine in you. It lasts as long as you put the work in, but it's always there.
It's always there.
But, like anything, we can just get dusty. The Thursday night is the Colombian tribe. Yes. Fantastic. Leo was here. Love him.
He was great.
So amazing. Yes. And he's such a good speaker, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
He's really good. Check out Leo Cordera. He is incredible. He's got some online meditations, and he's one of the shamans here on Thursdays. And he's just a beautiful, beautiful man. So how was that for you?
That was quite a journey, and it was so funny. I don't know if you heard me, but
you were talking.
I heard from
she was a cute little talker.
Everybody that I was just talking, and it was just such a powerful night, because I feel like for the 35 years of my life, I held so many things inside, and some of it was for good reasons, like not hurting feelings or of somebody else, but that night, I got a true liberation. Mm-hmm. I felt for the first time that I can be whoever I want to be, and I can say whatever I want to say, and I can create anything I want in my life.
How beautiful!
It was beautiful. I had a conversation with like so many people, representation of so many people from my family, my life, my friends, and then towards the end, I had this longest talk with myself. And it was beautiful. It was just like I got in touch with the desires and the fears and what's holding me back, and it's just like that feeling of like, oh my goodness, I came here for a reason. I want to enjoy myself, and I can have anything I want. and I think they took me out of the maybe
You were talking a
I was
fair
talking,
bit.
and I did not want to like stop.
No, good.
So
And that's
right.
good. No, live in your truth, because
Yes.
you can just move outside.
Yes.
It's just that so that other people's journeys aren't interrupted. But it's like if you're living in your truth and you need to get that out, then
absolutely. And you know, it felt so good,
Yeah.
because then the next day everybody told me how much they got out of it and how much they enjoyed it. You know, some people said they were going through hard times on their journey, and because I was talking like crazy, they were saying, "Oh, you gave me so much joy." You know, actually, it was so helpful. So yeah.
I listened to you talk all day, so I'm sure it was just so beautiful.
I just
and
loved
freeing
it.
for you.
Freeing, really, really freeing. It was so good. And then with all that, I just fell asleep outside, looking at the stars, and stars like I've never seen in my life. You know, I know they were always there
We're
every
very
night,
lucky here.
but I saw them for the first time, and it was just like, and the wind. I don't know what it is about the wind here,
Very cleansing.
but it's just like it comes almost at the right moment. It's like the wind comes and it takes away of like what you want to go of.
Yeah.
It's like
It's very cleansing.
very
This
cleansing.
land is magical.
Yes.
It's so magical. The stars, the wind, we've got the Milky Way that comes over. So the moon does this halo thing, like a portal of like angels coming down sometimes. It's a truly magical land. Like the moon made no mistake by choosing this very spot.
So that was the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that.
It's like incredible.
I've never seen before.
Yeah. We're very blessed here with the whole stars and everything. The whole sky opens up when we're doing medicine. It's like they just know what we're doing and the work, and you can see the communication. I've even hung out in a hammock and saw 3 alien spaceships morph into different shapes, and I was just like, I wasn't even drunk on the medicine. I was just in very visual mode, and I was just gazing at the stars, talking to the moon, and then literally these 3 transformer-looking like spacecraft come through and just were changing shapes. Yes. And it was just so clear and so plain, and I just thought, we really are in a prime spot here. We really are. And even Gerry spoke to Mitra and said, you know, a lot of people are seeing aliens here. A lot of people, like, what is that? Is it just like the collective of people saying it? And they got the direct download, Taita, Mitra, and everyone, that this is a portal. We are in a portal to connect with light beings that want to help us heal. And I truly feel that, because I've had some epic alien surgeries whilst here, so I know it's true. I know it sounds crazy if you've never done it before, and I know it can sound a bit trippy, but it's so true and amazing. Once you really see it, you'll get it.
Yeah. I can only imagine how, when people listening to us, how
I know, especially
before, like, it's just
we get comments like oh, they're just on drugs and stuff like that, and it's so far removed. This is plants. This is plants connecting us to what we already have in us. This is DMT. We produce it naturally. This is just a big hit of that, giving us the knowledge and the wisdom that we all know, and showing us where we're truly from, showing us where we go home from and home to, and not being scared of death, not being scared of life, just knowing that it's just a beautiful game where we come down to school to learn, and then we go back home, and then we might have to come back to school again and learn again, but we're not alone in this universe. Come on, think about how the magnitude, we're like a grain of sand in the whole scheme of things. There's other beings out there, and you'll get to meet them if you come here, and then life will never be the same again.
That's so true.
So Thursday was pretty epic.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. Get a nice rest on Friday?
Yes, I got nice rest, but it's like, it almost like I didn't want to rest, because it's just,
I know, it's that
you're
afterglow.
vibrating, and everything is you walk around and you see the beauty in the plant.
Everything's like HD and vibrant.
And then it's like, I felt like each day more and more, I got like clarity, and like my questions being answered, and I would just like sit suddenly and have like that conversation with myself, It just seems everything is so spontaneous, and it's like happening in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's a big one, specifically for me. Before, I always like to like plan things and be in control of it, almost like, as a dancer, I would choreograph my life.
Yeah.
You know, everything was very precise.
Yeah.
And here I experienced that free flow. You just
Oh,
never know
no.
where you're gonna take
Just
it.
be a flowy flower.
Exactly. just let go and flow. And it's just like the things you can experience, you can never like plan them.
No.
It's just like you just have to go with it.
It's true. It's literally just flowing through life and being very present.
Yes.
So how was breathwork on Friday? After the medicine, how was the difference between doing it Sunday and then last night?
Oh, it was amazing. I got very emotional.
Good.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because before I never liked sharing things much. You know, I would never like raise the hand to say something, and I would just like, keep it to myself. But after that breath work, it was another turning point. And I raised my hand and I wanted to share how I felt, you know, and it wasn't coming from a place of like ego, saying, oh, this is what I felt, this is my story, look at me. It was more like just had that very pure desire to just say how it felt, because I know it will help other people and they will actually connect to that.
How beautiful.
And it just felt so good, you know,
and
it felt good getting what I call emotional too.
Yeah.
Because I would always like be so, you know, confined in a way, but I felt that certain way and letting myself be.
Because you were saying that you would never have done a talk like this a few days ago.
Absolutely no, and it's so funny.
And you're like so natural.
Because it is the rebirth, I have to say. And when you came today during lunch and you just were asking who would want to do it, I feel like, oh my God, yes, you know. And before, I would just like be dying of even thinking about it.
And you're just like so free flowing and open. And this is the power of the medicine. Like this is the start of the rest of your journey now, like in this new goddess power. You know, it's like not like keeling over and keeping things in. It's like, oh, this is me.
This is me.
Yeah,
exactly.
Beautiful.
And that feeling of like being so happy with yourself.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's a great gift.
You're so amazing. When do you leave tomorrow?
Tomorrow I fly out at 2.
So you got breath work tonight, and then you're gonna come yoga or something with me?
I will. Yoga has been amazing. I missed I think 3 or 4 days of yoga because after ceremony,
I'll make up for it tomorrow.
My body was like,
yeah,
it was just so hard.
That's okay.
But then I went for yoga this morning.
Stacey, she's amazing.
Another amazing experience. I was like,
tomorrow we're gonna do some chakra opening, and then we're gonna do heart opening. So it'll be a beautiful end to this week, and then moving forward.
I'm so looking forward to that.
You've done an amazing job. Seriously, like your transition from like coming in like a shy, timid person, and then just you're oozing goddess now, like seriously. And the way you're sharing and talking, so confident and so powerful. It's just, it fills my heart with so much joy, because this is why I do what I do. To see people come in and leave in 7 days, it's just like, there's just no bigger reward for me. I don't even need money to be here. It's such reward to see people grow. It's just incredible. Thank you for being part of that. It's like we need you as much as like you need this, and it's just it works so well. So what would you say to somebody that was sitting on the fence about coming?
Oh, wow, you know, I wish my words would be able to express how much I would want for everybody who listens to us to actually give themselves that experience, you know. And I know probably nothing we'll say before you have the experience will probably not make much more sense. Like, you know, it's so crazy, but it's like, you know what, if you feel like you wanna live a beautiful life and you wanna go back to that place of, you know, where your soul is, and just experience all the things you secretly dream of and hope to experience. And you know, if you want the miracle which sometimes we think of, oh, it would be wonderful, but we don't believe in miracles. If you really want the miracle, I would say you have to come here. You have to come here. It's gonna be a life-changing experience, and I really mean it. Life will never be the same in a ways you can't even imagine. That connection with the soul, and having that power of knowing that this is the life, this is my playground, and I can just do anything I want.
You're so cute. I
It's
just
like,
want to put
I
you in
love
my
it.
pocket later.
Oh, thank you.
That was so
So I
beautiful.
wish I could say anything which will,
Yeah.
give the people the courage. I don't know if I can do that, but
I think you have done an amazing job, and people, and especially like me seeing your transformation and like just your sharing, it will really help people. It will really help
I
people
hope
on
so.
such a level. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Candice.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. I just want to squeeze you. I feel like the internet's lagging a bit. I hope you've been able to get what we're saying.
Mhm.
Seems like it's a bit slow. I'll just check some if there's any comments. Riley, love listening to this so much. Thank you, babe. Jackie, so excited. Just booked. Oh look, my internet is like so weird. It seems to be lagging a bit. Sorry guys, it's very slow here. I hope it's not that bad for you.
Mhm.
Jeanette, beautiful place and people. What was it?
People working there are so kind.
I mean, they are
they're
angels. Oh,
so
thanks, Talia.
true.
We love
Every
you.
single person, yes.
Hey, Melissa, we miss you. Angel, my hubby is our family supporter as I have MS. We went to the bank to do it. I just had a look at this. I did a medical treatment for me. We live paycheck to paycheck, but I will be there February the 22nd.
Amazing.
Exactly.
The best decision ever.
Don't
Absolutely.
let anything get in your way.
Mhm.
It's just got to happen. Jeanette, Angel.
Mhm.
I just see there's like conversations going on.
Yes.
You guys are so beautiful helping each other out. This is a bit slow, but I'll finish here because it seems to be lagging and I'm not sure what you guys are getting. And I'm loving all the love hearts today. I feel like there's like so much love coming through.
I know.
This never usually happens. Keep this flowing. I have some good news as well. I feel like this is a permanent gig for me now. And I'm going to have my photo taken so that it's all official and stuff. So I just want to say thank you for your feedback. Thank you to Gerry for believing in me. And I love doing these interviews. So if you have any feedback, anything you'd like me to add or anything, as I'm going to be doing this on a more permanent basis, we can co-create it. What kind of questions do you want me to ask? Do you want me to ask any new questions? Do you want me to change the structure? Like how do you want it? And I'll give it to you how you want it. And we'll work together. I just love you all so much. Seriously, go research, check out Rythmia, check out TripAdvisor. If you haven't written a TripAdvisor review yet, please, please, please do, because we're now the #1 leading resort in the world, and we are helping people heal just through the power of words and intention and just putting your truth out there. So please go and check them out, have a little read, and then fill in your blank there and let us know how you got on. So we love you and we can't wait to see you.